Today I'm going to be breaking down how you can use Zap Dragons here at Townhall 9 to 3-star any Townhall 10. So here is the army composition that we are going to be using today, and honestly Townhall 9 is actually very strong, and this is a strategy that I've seen loads and loads of people using in clan wars and especially in trophy pushing. So let's jump in and we'll break it down. So the first thing we're going to be doing with this strategy is bringing in that queen with her ability. Maxing out the giant arrow is absolutely vital for this attack strategy because we're not going to quite be able to take down those Townhall 10 level air defenses, but they are going to do significant damage, so as we only need to use one lightning spell each to take them down. So we're going to pick off 2 of the air defenses that we can target. Ideally you're going to want to look to try and take down sweepers as well, which in this particular case you'll see we absolutely nail it. We get both sweepers and both air defenses right there. Perfect. That giant is going to be coming out in front to tank. We're then going to be taking down the remaining air defenses with one lightning spell per air defense. You can see the ones we use the giant arrow on, one lightning spell for each of them. We can then take down a third air defense with our lightning spells and use any remaining ones on the fourth and final lightning spell. Now that queen, ideally you're going to try to get maximum value from her. That giant going out in front, of course, is going to tank for her, not indefinitely, but enough that she's going to be able to create a bit of a funnel. On the opposite side of the base, as you can see right there, we're going to be bringing the Electro Dragon. It's going to be coming in, creating a bit of a funnel as well. And if we pause things up, you'll see we're using that minion prince. He is going to be coming in alongside our dragons as they make their way into the core of the base. There's not going to be any balloons in this particular one because typically they actually die off pretty quickly, and you're probably better just with even more firepower from those dragons. The skeleton spell that we do bring in this attack is going to be used to tank for either single target infernos or for the enemy queen. But as we progress through this one, you'll see we pop that minion prince's ability right as we get into this really heavy core compartment where we have a Tesla farm, 2 expos, an air defense, and both of those single target infernos. Ideally you're looking to pop it and just get as much coverage as possible with that minion prince's ability. Ideally you want to make sure he is facing the right direction, so keep an eye on him when you do pop that ability, because if he wanders off the wrong way or is facing the outside of the base, you're not going to be able to get the value you need. But you'll see in this particular one, it's going to be a pretty confident 3-star. We end up with multiple dragons and even our Electro Dragon left up in this one. Very strong indeed. And moving through into that next example, you'll see again we're going to be lining up that queen's ability. Unfortunately this time for us, we don't quite grab any of the air sweepers, but that is where our lightning spells can potentially come in beneficial. You can use them on sweepers if you feel that it's going to get enough value, and you can also catch an air defense, but in this particular one we just made a much better use of them, taking down the third air defense. We're then going to push all of our dragons and our minion prince straight into that fourth air defense. There is the skeleton spell coming in, and because we're straight away coming into this really heavy compartment right here, we're just going to go ahead and pop that minion prince's ability nice and early. Of course, keep an eye out for any clan castle troops, but in this particular army composition we don't have any poison spell, so you're just going to have to let your dragons and your minion prince or your queen, whoever ends up facing them, deal with those clan castle troops. Typically they do have enough firepower that it's not going to be too much of a problem, but in most cases you are not going to be seeing clan castle troops when you're pushing. Of course in war it's going to be far more likely, but those dragons themselves are pretty powerful. And that queen ability, the giant arrow is just so unbelievably strong down here at these lower town halls that because you're able to get so much value from it, you can then use the spells to kind of clean up the rest of the base, and then you're just absolutely crushing through, just like you guys can see in this particular example where Ghost Rider is actually trophy pushing and is able to get a few trophies from this one. So we have one more example, we'll jump in, and this one actually does have some clan castle troops. So here is that third and final example. I really want to say a big shout out to Roble, who did end up providing all of these strategies for this video. If you guys want to check him him out on Twitter, or X as it's now called. I will leave a link to his X down in the description below. Make sure to go give him a follow because he is a fantastic attacker who's definitely going to be bringing some more attacks for you guys in the future. But jumping into this one again, picking off where we can drop down our queen to drop her ability. There it is right there, looking to try and take down both of those air defenses, which we do. Also cleaning up a few of those other buildings, which is really nice, and using the remaining lightning spells to take down one of the air defenses, exactly the same. Queen doing a great job funneling over there on that left hand side, although she is a 1v1 fight against, unfortunately, the minion prince. Somehow though she does end up winning. We have the Electro Dragon coming out straight away over on that right hand side. Remember, always use the Electro Dragon on the opposite side of your queen just to help create that funnel, and the Electro Dragon himself, an incredibly powerful troop that gets lots and lots of value. So you guys will see we do of course have that dragon coming out of the CC here, potentially going to cause us a few issues, but we save that minion prince's ability as always for when we get into those heavy fire situations, which of course double single target inferno, CC troops, Tesla farm. Yeah, that's going to be pretty rough to deal with in the core of the base, but because we were calm, we used that minion prince's ability, it's not going to be a problem for us in this one. That Electro Dragon done an absolutely fantastic job cleaning up on that right hand side. You can of course bring in your Valkyrie in combination with wizards to clean up some of those outside trash buildings, which is exactly what we do. Those dragons, because we're trying to push them into the core, a lot of the time end up leaving some of those collectors or barracks or whatever it may be on the outside of the base, and that is when you can just deploy down your Valkyrie, your one singular Valkyrie, let her just roam around the outside. She has fairly decent HP, so she should be able to tank a few archer shots, a few cannon shots, something like that, and the wizards can of course just come in and help support. You'll see in this particular one, when Ghost Rider was trophy pushing, a beautiful 37 trophy offer, which is actually pretty rare down here at these lower town halls. So if you guys do want to give trophy pushing a go, this is definitely a very handy strategy to know to help you guys get through some of those pesky Town Hall 10s. We are in the future going to have a dedicated trophy pushing video for all of the Town Halls, so keep an eye out for that. But thank you for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.